Okay, hello. If you come across this video, first of all, on any of my platforms, can I ask you that you share the hell out of it? Because this is pretty much more of a cautionary tale than anything else. I don't have many followers, so the chance of you coming across it is slim, but if you do, then please give it a share. Anyway, if anyone's seen my YouTube channel, you'll know that every so often if I buy something, I might do a product review on it, which I did a few months ago. So I bought a new vacuum, one of these, this one here. It's a Hoover h-100, and when I bought it I was fairly happy with it. It worked well, it was really good. This is in fact a replacement. And now I know you're thinking, but then why the cautionary tale? Well, I shall explain. So basically, this is the Hoover that I bought. I bought this one because I bought my sister one a month before, and it was quite good because she needs something light and easy to use. Just for medical reasons and stuff. So I thought it was quite good, and I've got a big Henry. I've had it since 1996. It works brilliantly, but it's big, it's heavy, it's a pain to get out every time you need to vacuum up. So I thought, yeah, get one of these. They're fairly inexpensive. I think these were about 120 quid. Anyway, if you look closely here, you'll see that when you need to empty it, you just push this little thing down. The bottom clips open, and then you just push it back. The only trouble is, this little clip here, as it turns out, is very, very weak. So after you've done this a few times, it cracks all the way along there, which is what happened to this one. So anyway, I got in touch with Hoover, who manufacture it, and said, look, I've had this Hoover less than 6 months, and the clip's broken, it makes it unusable. Can I get it repaired, or, you know, a new tub or whatever? Anyway, Hoover's response to that was no. Because it's a replaceable part, they don't replace them. Even though you try and find one of these on their website is near impossible, because I couldn't find it. I did find them on other websites, and they range from £25 upwards. But I'm not spending £25 every few months when the thing's only 6 months old. If it was like a year old, 2 years, you know, even, well, a year old at a push, but, you know, year and a half, 2 years old, yeah, fair enough, you can say, you know, you've had some use out of it. But 6 months, come on now. And it's clear that they know that this is an issue, because they quite happily offer to sell you one. Anyway, I argued with them and said, look, at the end of the day, the thing needs to be fit for purpose. It clearly is, and it shouldn't break after less than 6 months. But they were adamant. And then I said, well, what about the Consumer Goods Act? It says things have to be fit for purpose and blah, blah, blah. They said, oh, that's with the place that you bought it from. So I thought, okay, fair enough. So I didn't take it back to my local Argos because I was at work. So I put it in the bit of the car, took it back to Argos. And the chap, to be fair, just swapped it. No questions, no problems asked. I mean, obviously, in another few months, if it goes again, then don't know what's going to happen. But anyway, so yeah, fair enough. You know, not a problem. Anyway, literally a week later, this is my sister's one. It's a slightly different model. Got a bend in the middle to make things a bit easier for her. The same part snapped, and as you can see, that's where it snapped off. Look at that. So obviously I already know there's no point getting in touch with Hoover, because they will refuse to fix it or repair it. They will sell you a new dust tub, but they won't give you one for free. They clearly know the part's going to break. Anyway, I took it to my local Argos, and the guy there was quite frankly condescending, a bit rude, and, you know, I was like, look, you know, one's already been replaced, and it's like, no, it's I phoned Hoover, well, they don't replace it, that's what we'll live by. I said, well, what about the Consumer Things Act? I said, well, you have to prove that it's faulty. I said, but the thing's not attached to the Hoover. Surely that's a clear sign that it's faulty. Anyway, he refused to swap it. So I was like, okay, fine. And then he's like, well, you know how, I mean, I've worked in retail for many years, and you do get people that are arseholes, and I understand that, and it's never pleasant, but, you know, I wasn't swearing or anything like that, you know, and anyway, I said, fine, I'll see if I can get my money back another way, and walked off, and he was like, thank you, you know, it's like, I'm sorry, but there's just no need for it. Anyway, I thought, you know what, I'll try a different Argos, just because obviously one has already been replaced. So I took it back to the Argos that had replaced the other one. And the girl was all ready to do it. She was going to do it, and then there's a thing on the screen that says "Call Hoover," and she said to her manager, blah blah blah. I said, "Well, look, you've already exchanged one." Showed them they'd already exchanged one, but no, they insisted on calling Hoover, which obviously I knew where that was going. Hoover said no, it's not accidental damage. Sorry, it is accidental damage, which it isn't. It's literally, I was literally just opening it and it popped off into the bin, into the weed bin. So again, they refused to fix or repair it. So it's like, I don't understand how they'll do one and not do the other one for a start. It's just completely out of cap. It's just mind-boggling. The fact that they clearly know that these things go wrong, because every time I've been and took one back, they've offered to sell me a new dust case. But also I then read the reviews, and there were loads and loads of reviews all reporting the same problem. So here's what, and the thing is, I like buying on the high street or using shops. I do my best not to try and use Amazon, but when you get these kind of services, I can understand why people do. So here's a tip, and this is what I'm saying, and this is why I want you to share this video. Basically, don't buy a Hoover product because they don't give a shit about their customers. And even when they clearly must know that this part is not fit, they still, are still selling them, and they're still trying to charge people for replacement parts when they're not even lasting 6 months. It's pretty disgusting. So just avoid Hoover products. Any of them. Just don't buy anything from Hoover. Because if people stop buying from them, then they'll have to make changes. Following this up, don't buy from Argos either. Because they are just as culpable in my opinion. So avoid Argos, avoid Hoover. Please share this video and take it as a cautionary tale that if you do buy one of their products, or you do buy something from Argos and it does go wrong, chances are you're going to be out of pocket. Luckily, I bought this on my credit card, so I've spoken to Barclaycard and told them I want my money back, which they're currently in the process of doing. I'll let you know how I get on with that. So yeah, avoid Hoover, avoid Argos, save yourself some time and some money, and go somewhere else. Thanks for listening.